Hello YouTube, it's your boy Adam here. In this video we're going to be doing a breakdown of the Abomination Squid game I had earlier on. We're going to take a look at the ins and outs and what decisions I made and why I made those decisions. Hopefully this helps you in your games later on down the line. This is in patch 11.20, sorry I've got an itchy eyebrow. This is in patch 11.20, so that there's a couple of buffs gone on to Abomination and to the Squid himself, Velkos. So we're going to take a look into it. But before we do, I am still doing a giveaway for 2,920 RP. You do need to be subscribed to be entered into the giveaway, so please do hit the sub button. I am trying to get to 100 subs. If you could help me out, that'd be brilliant. It's free for yourself. Please press it. But yeah, I'm going to be drawing the winner on Halloween. Spooky. Let's get into the breakdown. Okay, so let's get into this breakdown. Okay, so starting carousel, we got a Ziggs with a tier. I see that immediately. I think, yep, that's mine. Here we go. I want this. All these people crowding around me. Don't stand a chance. Didn't get it. So we get the Vayne with a tier instead. If you get Ziggs with a tier, it's a really good opener. It can carry you through the mid game. You get Ziggs too. You can go blue buff with Shojins. Really strong early game carry. But yeah, Vayne with a tier, not the best. But yeah, I've been leaning more towards the AP comps in the meta at the moment because I feel like they're a little bit better. A lot of people playing Aphelios and Akshan and Lucian, and I don't want to be getting contested and stuff. So I'd rather just play, like Teemo, Ziggs, not Ziggs, Vel, or Heimer, or Karma. Karma's also pretty good in the meta at the moment as well. So we get the first orb here. What do we get? We got another tier. So that's a blue buff straight off the bat. So yeah, we're going AP. There's no doubt about it, we're going AP. We find the Ziggs, get rid of that Vayne with a tier, we don't want that anymore. And then yeah, let's take a look at what happens next. Okay, so on this third minion run, like I said, we've got our 3 items. We got a blue buff, basically 2 tiers, and a BF sword. So we're definitely guaranteed units or items. So I'm thinking we'll pick up that second Ziggs. Then we get hit with the Draconic Purr. So I decided I'm not buying the Ziggs. We're going to try and risk it. Try and get the Udyr in the next shot. Go early Draconic. Didn't manage to pan out, unfortunately. You could roll here if you want to and try and get it, but I'd rather not. I'd rather just stay up a bit. Me can play my strongest board. So we got the Gragas with the Kha'Zix too. We're still on a Shojin on him. We've got the Zyra, so we can definitely play Draconic as soon as we find an Udyr or an Ashe or even a Galio if it's that far ahead. But yeah, Draconic has been buffed in 11.20, so it is now stronger than it was before. It's still not the strongest of starts. I was scouting this guy, he had like 6 Udyrs, so I thought, yeah, there's a very slim chance I'm going to get an Udyr. But Kha'Zix 2 early on is broken, as you can probably watch it now. He literally carries the rounds. This guy's level 4 and we beat him. Just with Kha'Zix 2 is ridiculous. But yeah, let's carry on watching through the first couple of rounds and then we will pick up in a little bit. Another thing I want to point out in the early game is obviously you're going to get your shop at 2-2. We've already slammed a Shojin, which is an early game AP item, so we know we're playing AP this game. So obviously you want to cater that to, you want to take an item that is more on the AP side. So we got bow and we got glove. Obviously bow is not very good in AP comps unless you're playing hammer and you want to go Runans, which is fine. Another thing I do want to point out is this Olaf 2 has no synergy. It makes no sense in the comp, but it is a strong early game unit. If you get situations like this where you've got an Olaf 2, you've got brawlers in, you've got no synergy whatsoever, no skirms in or anything like that, doesn't matter. It's your strongest board, put it in, you'll save yourself some HP in the early game, which will do you a world of good in the late game. So yeah, even if it makes no sense, just play your strongest board at all times. Unless you're trying to lose streak, then obviously do whatever you want. Play your weakest board, sell all your items, quit the game, FF, do whatever you want. But yeah, it's just one thing I wanted to point out. But yeah, we can we'll watch these first couple of rounds. I'll skip through them really quick, and then we will move on to the carousel.
The harvest is upon us.
Okay, so this is just after the carousel. You can see we got a vest. We was last pick. We're still win streaking, so obviously we want to be pushing those levels. So we are now level 5. Econ is fake in the early game. Don't worry about it too much unless you are re-rolling. If you're re-rolling, then obviously save up your gold. If you're trying to push a win streak, spend all your gold, make your board as strong as you can to keep that win streak for as long as you can to make infinite gold. So yeah, we found an early Zara 2, which was pretty good, but we still don't have any Udias because this guy's holding like 6 of them. He's playing two Udias at once. So yeah, we're struggling on the Draconic side, but we are still retaining our win streak and that extra bit of money, which is always good. It's always good to keep your health high if you are playing these level 7 and 8 comps. And you're aiming for the Hammers and the Vel'Kozes. You're going to need your health later on, because if you're not hitting later on, you're going to need those extra couple of rounds. Just keep rolling down and try and find and hit, and then strengthen up your board then. So yeah, the more health you have, the better. So yeah, we're just going to speed up through these rounds, and then we will take a look at 3-2. Something else I want to point out, I did say I was going to pick it up at 3-2, but we're here at 3-1, I know, I'm so sorry. Is if you're in this position, you're win streaking. Yeah, you've got another person who's win streaking as well. You're both 100, he's 100. So you're both win streaking. There's a good chance if you've obviously already not fought each other. There's a good chance you're going to be fighting each other next. So a good strat to do is to pre-level at 3-1. Do it last second, do it whenever you want. But if your level 6 board is stronger, then go to 6 and try and retain your win streak, just to keep that win streak going. As you can see, the guy against me also tried to level to 6, but RNG got the better of us, and we didn't end up facing each other anyway, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, if you're in those situations where you have a 6 unit you can put in to make your board even stronger. Like, even though my Olaf has no synergy whatsoever, he's still a strong early game unit. We decided to stick him in, which pretty much helped win us this round. I don't think it'd have been possible without him. I think the Ziggs would have just rolled us down. But yeah, just keep that in mind, that you can pre-level at 3-1 instead of 3-2. You don't have to do it on tempo. You can always go welcome to do it off tempo, just to keep that win streak going. And we get blessed by a lucky Vel'Koz, because chance to hit is increased. Have a little scout, see what everyone's playing, mostly AD. We're safe to go Vel'Koz. Let's go. Okay, so this is the point where we have lost our win streak. So we're at 3-2. We took a loss, but it's okay. Don't panic. You don't need to frantically roll down thinking you're going to lose the game or anything like that. You just lost your win streak. You want to be losing from now on. You want to be picking one of the two. You either want to win streak or you want to lose streak. You don't want to be in between where you're winning games, losing games. That's the worst thing you can do, because your economy is going to be terrible. So you either want to lose streak for the extra gold or you win streak for the extra gold. It's up to you. Depends on how strong your board is. We managed to pick up 2 Nunus here. Obviously, Airbomb is really good with AP comps. It's really good in general, but it's really good with Draconic, because obviously it goes well with the Draconic units, with the Brawler and obviously the Spellweaver. So yeah, we decided to go to the Draconic pivot, take the skirmishers out. We're holding the Vel'Koz on the bench, see if we can get any good eggs just for the econ. And because we obviously, like I said, we've lost, we want to keep losing. Get those eggs, get the extra bit of econ, and yeah, we can go from there. So here we are at 3-6. So obviously this is your Radiant shop. Looking at our Radiant shop, we didn't get much good. We got the Frozen Heart, which is, it's okay for Fiddle maybe. Decided to go for the Gunblade because we've got no healing for Vel'Koz. Radiant Gunblade is really good on Vel'Koz. Obviously the idea, my thought process behind it anyway, was that it's going to be healing the front line as we're doing damage to the whole team from the Vel'Koz ult, which keeps the front line alive for longer, which means Vel'Koz gets more ults off, which means we win more rounds, which means we keep our HP and we win the game and we get challenged in rank 1 EU. No, just kidding, but let's take it one step at a time. But yeah, decided to sell the Udyr and the Zyra, stick the items on to Vel. This is probably a misplay by me because I'm pretty sure we end up winning this round, and I kind of wanted to lose streak into neutrals so we get the extra gold. So yeah, that's a misplay by me, so take note of that one. If you are lose streaking, you want to lose streak into neutrals and then for the extra gold, and then you want to start win streaking if you are planning on turning it around with a stronger board. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you're ever in that situation. But yeah, let's move on to the next bit. Okay, so I want to come to this point, and I want to analyze this. So obviously, this is the level 7 dreaded roll down. Everyone hates because this decides whether you save 50 health with a strong board or you lose 50 health because your board is absolute trash and hit nothing. So we're rolling down here. We've got quite a lot of gold to work with, and bam, this right here, we don't need to roll anymore. We've just strengthened our board ridiculous amounts, so we decided to just bin off the Abomination because Gwen is broken, gives us Mystic as well. Teemo this early on is absolutely nuts. So this was probably the key point in the game that turned it all around. If we didn't hit that roll right there, we would have ended up losing a lot more health and would have to roll down even more. But if you hit strong units like that, that can increase the strength of your board quite dramatically. Then there's no point rolling for Vel'Koz 2. You're safe. Just go 8 and then roll down for higher odds and get just take all the Vel'Koz you can really. But yeah, that's one thing I want to point out. If your board is increasingly stronger and you think you're in a really good spot, then don't roll anymore. There's no point. You're wasting your time. You might as well save up your gold and level up. We also got blue buff for Zig, which is absolutely bonkers OP. If you ever have spare tiers, stick them on Zig. So you just throw bombs out like there's no tomorrow. Slows down the whole tempo of the fight. He's brilliant. He was the star of the show in this game, and you will see that later on. But yeah, let's move on to the next bit. So this is the carousel at 4-4. Obviously, we're still level 7. As you can see, we're 41 health, which is really upsetting. We're one health off of Stimmy, which would have been wonderful. I'm not too sure what Stimmy was. I didn't really scout it that much. I wasn't paying much attention, which is also another misplay. You always want to scout the Stimmy in your lobbies, see what it is, see how it's going to impact your board when obviously you do hit below 40 health. If you do, you can be thinking about planning ahead, so always scout the guy last who hits the Stimmy first. We picked up a Vel'Koz off the carousel and go 8 here because obviously it's one less Vel'Koz. He's already got full items, and it's a Bramble Vest for Nunu when we found the Vel'Koz 2, just like that. Slips straight off in Bramble Vest on Nunu. Easy pickings. Fiddle 2. We're in a strong spot. We've got no gold, but we should be win streaking from here. We've strengthened our board quite a lot. So now we turn that lose streak into a win streak. We save up our recon and we carry on improving the strength of our board. I wouldn't recommend donkey rolling from this spot. It is only 4-5. It's not been Raptors yet, so people are still going to be sat at 7. So yeah, just save your recon back up. Your board is increased in strength quite a lot, so you just want to chill out here, watch the fights go by, and yeah, wait till probably maybe after the next carousel or after next check-ins, depending on how much you roll down to strengthen your board. If you're in a good spot and you've got all your board as strong as it'll get, go 9, look for better units, better upgrades, anything you can switch in or out. But yeah, let's keep going. So here we are at chickens. Obviously, we can see we got our stimmy, which was a loaded dice. This is pretty good for us because we're 2 off hitting Nunu free. I wouldn't recommend using it on the Vel'Koz because we're not even close to hitting Vel'Koz. Nunu free is a big power spike on our board. He just chomps people. Even though he got a little nerf, but he's still a really strong unit. We also get the Spark, which is even better for our front line. Obviously, this is 11.20. Is it 11? This is season 11. Yeah, 11.20. So now they've got the 2 Radiant Shops. So we get the Frozen Heart. It's come back to haunt us again. It's a really strong item on Fiddle because obviously Fiddle is going to be jumping into the mixer, jump into that backline, slowing them down, so the likes of Aphelios and Lucian are slower. We use our loaded dice, hitting 2 Nunus, which is all we needed, hit Nunu free, and then, like I say, we're in a strong spot once again. And it's just onwards and upwards from here. We got a really strong board. Let's keep going. Hi there, me again. So we got the shop at 5-2. There's sometimes this doesn't happen, sometimes it does. It doesn't show you if it's going to happen, so you got to play like it's not going to be there and just be happy if it is. We managed to pick up a GA on Teemo, and this is probably the most crucial item I got in the whole of the game. You'll see why coming onto the later rounds. But Teemo with Helion and a GA, he's just ridiculous. You just can't kill him. So when we come against some of those strong units, they've got the extra MR from the Dragon Tooth and things like that. Teemo can just kill it in a 1v1 if Vel'Koz can't, which you will see later on. He literally stole the show and won me the game. But yeah, we will go into that. Let's keep going. So we're at the carousel now. We're after the carousel at 5-4 now, 5-5. We got a Morello Nomicon, just call it Morello, for Teemo. It's really good for, obviously, Teemo does a big AoE with Shroom. Is going to apply that burn to everyone, even the back line, the front line. Everyone's going to get burned. That damage over time is ridiculous. Great item on Teemo. You don't always have to build Teemo damage. He's more like a support. As you can see, the bombs he's throwing out is just burning. Along top of the fiddle, it's literally just one shot at Draven. He's barely alive. And yeah, nothing's really changed in terms of my board. I've not made it any stronger. I've just been econing back up, and we've just been chilling. But this is the first example of how broken Teemo is. Vel'Koz can't kill it. This guy's raging in chat. Vel'Koz can't kill it, so Teemo comes in and picks it up for him. So yeah. Yeah, that's the, we've got another per for Gwen, so that's the second Gwen, so it looks like we're going Gwen 2 this game, if we can find it. But yeah, people are starting to die off now. We are win streaking, so just keep that econ high. I probably only recommend rolling when you start to lose, but we're in a good spot, so let's keep going. want to point this out. This we're at the dragon at 5-7. On the dragon, it only showed me a giant slayer, but apparently I got 3 items, so I'm pretty sure that's a visual bug. I will say one thing, that this patch is extremely buggy now. They've added that scouting thing where you can go to other people's boards and they can see you and things like that. My units have been disappearing. I can't see my team. My screen goes black. Just to list a few. So yeah, it's quite buggy, but it's still fun, isn't it? But yeah, nothing's changed. Still got plus 50 gold. We are going to go 9 and try and hit like the likes of Gwen 2, maybe even roll for Vel'Koz 3 if we can hit it. In this position, we're on a good spot for a top. Well, it is already a top 4, but a top 2 maybe. Here we do the Shroud cheese because it is extremely broken. Shroud late game is absurdly broken. You can cheese it again and again. Like, I have a brand 1. If I wanted to, I could buy another brand, sell the Zephyr, because brand's not really doing anything right now. He's literally just there as bait to hold my items for the Scion and for the Shroud cheese. So yeah, you could buy another brand, sell that brand, and then just put the Shroud on either side, depending on what side their team's on. It's unbelievably broken, and here's another example of why Teemo is absolutely busted. This guy just died, and he's not happy about it because he lost to Teemo. Next one. So here we are at 6-3, not much has changed. I went 9. I decided to skip this bit forward just so you don't have to watch it all. We went 9, didn't manage to find much. We got Gwen 2, all our boards upgraded. We did manage to find another Zephyr, not Zephyr, sorry, another Shroud. So now we've got 2 Shrouds on either side. The big, main important thing that I want to be taking notice of is this guy hit Draven 3. Now this board, it's not that strong, but his Draven has just pure damage items. So with CC alone, we should be able to kill him, and you will find out how we managed to do it, and I'll show you. We'll move on to the next bit and let's go through it. Okay, so here we are in the late game, 6-6. There's me and this guy left. I'm on 6 health. This is a guy with a Draven 3, obviously. We can't find Teemo 2 because we don't even have enough health to buy it. I didn't find anything good on my roll down at 9, so we've got 2 level 2 Vel'Kozes just crossing swords in the middle of the field. So yeah. But yeah, this Teemo is absolutely absurd. I just want you to watch these last couple of fights. I'll let the video run out. Watch these last couple of fights and just see how broken even Teemo 1 is on how he managed to slow down the whole tempo of the fight, apply constant burn to Draven, and managed to get the cruel trait on every single fight, and managed to take the game for us. Yeah, watch it, enjoy. I'll be back in a second. So yeah, that's it. I had 3 fights with this guy. Every single time it came down to the cruel diff. So I just wanna point out like how broken Teemo is. Even level 1 Teemo, like I said, GA was the best thing I could have got on him, because he dies twice, doesn't he? He dies for his GA and then he comes back as Hellion, but he's super squishy as Hellion. So he gets that extra lives, which means he's even stronger the more times. You could even go one step further, put a Revenant spat on him, let him die 3 times, and then see if you can kill him. Nobody can. But yeah, that's just to highlight how broken Teemo is, how broken this comp is. It's nothing. We didn't have anything special. We had Nunu 3, which is about it. We had a Gwen 2. We had subpar items on. We had decent items on our carry, subpar items on everybody else. So it's nothing this shouldn't be winning games, but with the correct positioning and taking note of what your enemy's doing and trying to counteract what they're doing to put it into your advantage instead of theirs. Just playing mind games with them, really. This is all what it's all about. So scouting is super important when it comes to these top 4 situations. So always keep an eye out, have a look at what other people are doing, and play to your best potential. Don't be lazy and just keep your board exactly as it is. Make sure you're switching things around. Position for people. If you think you're going to fight against them next, don't just sit there and let yourself die, basically. Yeah. But that comes to the end of the video. I've never done anything like this before where I've talked over a comp of one of my games. So if you did enjoy it, please do let me know. Please do leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. It would really help me out. And like I say, I am doing the giveaway. You do need to be subscribed to enter. I'm on the road to 100 subs, so please help me out, please. But yeah, that's it. Any comments, anything you want to know, drop it down below. Any other guides you want to see, let me know. Any other guides for comps not like Abomination Squid. I have got an Abomination Squid video on my channel. I've got other comps as well, so go take a look at those as well. But yeah, that wraps it up. Thanks very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.